在我皮肉下交织成命运，扎根于烈火烧灼的龙心，磨砺今世做我的骨骼，放任去放。潮汐将我的伤痕刻蚀成龙鳞，突袭中酝酿着风雨，血脉更续，在我皮肉下交织成命运，扎根于烈火烧灼的龙心，磨砺今世做我的骨骼，放任飓风从口出我，撕裂心海之方，唤起雷霆的巨响，要喊心魂激荡，惊涛骇浪守候。
The negotiation will commence at the hotel lobby. Everyone please, follow me.
Will of preservation!
Well, seems the dust is finally settled now. Well done, friend.
I am truly happy for the Dream Chasers on Penacony. The cosmos...
This is all due to your...
Face recognition fails to cause robot.
Mr. Aventurine and Miss Topaz are here too. Oh, and who is that over there?
The Intelligentsia Guild's Dr. Ratio. This assembly is quite something.
It's been a while, my Astral Express friends. I would also extend my sincere thanks to you, General of the Lawfu. The presence of everyone here assures that the talks will likely reach a conclusion that satisfies all sides.
Oh. Looks like everyone has come with expectations. Care to share?
Of course. Topaz, if you please.
Sure, leave it to me. In summary, it's good news.
After much deliberation from the Strategic Investment Department's council, the absolute majority of members have agreed to the following resolutions. In light of long-term considerations for interastral peace, and by authority of Pierpoint HQ, the Strategic Investment Department, on behalf of the Interastral Peace Corporation, will permanently relinquish its claim on Penacony sovereignty and offer unconditional support of the family's rebuilding efforts on Penacony.
Now that's something.
Well, if that's what it takes to bring peace to the entire universe, it's a price I'll gladly pay.
Has the IPC finished sharing all its thoughts? Then it's our turn. The Guild, much like the Genius Society, has taken a keen interest in the recent calamity in Penacony. Ultimately, both parties have agreed to a comprehensive collaboration, offering technical support for the reconstruction of Penacony. The floor is yours for the finer points, Mr. Screwlum. Enlighten us, please.
Organic life's unrelenting search to understand the realm of inner spirituality is something I both admire and envy. Inorganic life has no mechanism to evoke dreams. But when my mechanical impulses are activated, my inspiration circuits will start to operate, and I will enter a state defined as imagination. Every time, within the realm of imagination, there emerges a fire from the shadows. It is warm, bright. I frequently ponder this flame might represent the essence of intelligence, a cluster of inspiration ignited by high temperatures. The future direction of the universe may well lie within it. Alas, they are nothing but projections of my thought system to me. Desired, but unattainable. But after learning of Penacony's accomplishments, I have come to realize that the flame is not beyond my grasp. After deliberations with my partners, we have decided to defer the progress of the Simulated Universe project, and instead assist the Intelligentsia Guild as technological consultants in the research of the Dreamscape and Memory Zone, so that these assets may be better used to serve humanity.
Not only that, we've also established contact with the Garden of Recollection through the IPC, and they've pledged their support for our research endeavors. I'm truly happy for the Dream Chasers on Penacony. The cosmos' brightest and, let's admit, dimmer intellects are now at their service.
But, never mind. At the end of the day, this is a positive outcome.
No wonder everyone insisted that he be there.
It heartens me to learn that everyone is willing to put aside their differences for Penacony's plight. I trust that everyone will surely reach consensus in the upcoming negotiations. Looks like Penacony's future is decided. I'm wondering, is there anything else the crew is concerned about?
Peace is our greatest wish. Beyond that, we desire nothing else.
Well, that's good. Now that everyone's minds are at ease, I shall take my leave. You may now depart with peace of mind. The Alliance will deal with all subsequent procedures.
If that's the case, it appears that we have nothing else to worry about.
Sounds good to me.
You two head back to the Express first. I'll pick up March and deal with the checkout procedure. Oh, also, Miss Black Swan.
Nah.
You've been with us this whole time, huh? Let's go.
Penacony's journey ends here. I guess it was pretty fruitful.
Well, seems the dust is finally settled.
navigation meeting is about to start. We're all waiting for you.
When did the Express become so lively?
Let the navigation meeting commence then.
This a meeting to decide our next...
It's for those to decide.
I'm just catching up.
Allow me to explain. Mr. Boothill and Miss Black Swan submitted a request to temporarily travel with the Express for their own personal reasons. As you all may know, the Astral Express never declines any passenger whose heart yearns for the distant stars. Therefore, they will be traveling with us for a while until they reach their destinations.
Whoa, the Express is going to be much livelier now. But, Miss Black Swan, you better not use your memo keeper.
Understood, Miss March. I promise you, you'll never see me in your room while you're taking a break.
Don't! You're freaking me out.
All right. Now that everyone's met everyone, we can continue our navigation meeting. Firstly, Pom-Pom wishes to thank everyone. If it weren't for you all unearthing the truth about Penacony, Pom-Pom would have never known where Mikhail and the rest had gone. What they had to go through was regrettable, but I reckon they all fulfilled. Now then, we come to the crux of this navigation meeting. The first choice is from Himiko, the oceanic planet of Lushaka, a planet composed entirely of water. Many aquatic races reside there. Of course, it's also the home planet of the venerable, nameless Mikhail. The second choice is the agate world Melustanen, suggested by Welt. It's famed as one of the initial sites of the Stellaron disaster, and the place where the beauty Idrilla ascended. Today, it's celebrated. The third choice is Edostar, a planet nestled within a vast ion storm region, currently under assault by the Antimatter Legion. However, the distress signals from there have recently ceased, prompting the IPC's wish for us to check in on the situation. The last choice, courtesy of Black Swan, is the glass belt Petravia, a massive belt of asteroids that was turned to glass by the Lord Ravager Zephyro. These days, it's apparently known to house one of the branches of the Morning Actors Troupe.
Ooh, so...
Next up, everyone will select the destiny. Little Misha and old Mikhail's homeland. Having been through so much in Penacony as an...
Count me in. Still, I imagine that planet must have changed entirely after the Stellaron disaster. I've heard that its landmasses no longer exist and the native population has completely changed.
I'm not against Miss Himiko's choice.
March is right. Though the fact that the distress signals have ceased...
3 votes for... Looks like we have a winner! Next, then this navigation meeting is adjourned. I'll go check the warp jump coordinates. Everyone can... When it's time to make the jump, Pom-Pom...
There's still some time before the jump. What should I do?
How about a chat? Over here.
For some reason, I'm suddenly stricken by the feeling that we haven't crossed paths in quite some time. I should have known better than to expect anything serious from you. Got it.
Oh, you're... How about it? This... There's a rich scent of So, how about you hand that Oh? I just... Before I explain, I would like to apologize to you. This farewell gift I gave you isn't really a compass from the memory zone, but merely an empty light cone. Remember when we entered the hotel in the dreamscape for the first time? And this way, I can always be attuned to your location. Ready? But this is not... Light cones are slices of light used to encapsulate solidified phenomena. This empty light cone is the same. It can etch your memories in their most vivid form, and then allow me to admire and manipulate them. All the world is born from the past. Life, seemingly vast, offers but a scant collection of impactful memories. Some joyful, some sorrowful, some light. Memory is a reflection of the future. Within that reflection, I see your unparalleled worth. You have the power to craft memories that can captivate the world. And that memory will be as scintillating as the star clusters you see in this porthole. Precisely. The reason is simple. In this grandiose and ostentatious dream of the families, only you personally experienced the entire course. Patience. Turn around and take a look at... I'm looking for an opportune time. How about one fine night?
Hi, the express is about to make the jump.
That's right. Life is akin to a winding labyrinth where memories serve as our soul. In the year 2158 of the Amber Era, the first year of the new epoch, the universe resumed its intended trajectory. The kindling of conspiracy smoldered in Penacony, the land of the dreams. Failing to erupt into a blaze, it instead flickered briefly on Klapoth's anvil, before vanishing in the blink of an eye. The dead and those fated to die remain in their eternal slumber, while the living find solace in deep sleep. All clamored in a cacophony of silence, and then went about their own ways. The cosmos emanated a vitality characteristic of a new era, all for the modest price of a brother and sister's mild grief. Babies are born as stars extinguish. The silver rail unfolds. The story of the Astral Express comes to a close, yet it also embarks anew. Time marches forward, heralding the arrival of a new chapter in the history of trailblazing expeditions. Countless shooting stars streak the sky tonight. If you can pick the right one, it will carry your wish to thousands of distant worlds. You're feeling very... It's time to tell you a little. Well, let's start with a conclusion. The crew was defeated in the battle, irreversible. Next, I'll use this empty light cone that carries all your memories to relive everything that happened before. And when this story reaches its end, I'm sure someone as clever as you will notice that. There's a major flaw in the story you have experienced. Yet, within that flaw lies a glimmer of hope. Are you ready for it? Do you remember everything? When the clock turned back, the Express started a warp jump, sending you to a strange dream. You were bewildered back then, and then a Galaxy Ranger named Acheron showed you a way out. When you arrived at the Reverie Hotel, you met the doorman Misha and had a confrontation with Aventurine, an IPC representative. Thankfully, Acheron appeared again and helped you. After that, you saved Firefly and explored Penacony together. During the tour, you ran into Sparkle disguised as Sampo and accidentally entered a child's dream. There, I rescued both of you from death, but Firefly didn't return to reality. She realized the truth and tried to involve you in her plan, but that resulted in an accidental death. Even more unsettling, you soon encountered another murder. The 2 cases of death prompted you to investigate the truth behind the sweet dream. Despite your efforts to gather information about the 2 victims, you didn't make much progress. But you did learn about the watchmaker from Gallagher. Meanwhile, Aventurine was secretly carrying out his scheme, in which you were one of the pawns. In the midst of a fierce battle, Acheron revealed her true identity as an emanator of the Nihility and unsheathed her sword. That strike foiled Aventurine's plan and opened a passage between the sweet dream and the original memory zone. Upon your arrival at Dreamflux Reef, you learned the truth that death was actually dormancy, as well as the truth about the dreamscape, the Stellaron, and the bellboy, Misha. You split up with Sunday and Robin, looking for a way to seal the Stellaron. However, it turned out that Sunday and the Dream Master had their own hidden agenda. And you had to engage in an ultimate duel on the stage of the Charmony Festival. Finally, the story reached its conclusion. You emerged victorious, with the Trailblaze triumphing over the Order, and Penacony embracing a bright and peaceful future. This marks the end of the thrilling journey in Penacony. I'm sure you've already noticed something unusual, haven't you? Information hides in this story. Are you suggesting that the sleeping and shapeless never bestows its gaze? That's a very... I'll discard that. Well, although I'll go ahead. Little me. He's only a segment of memory. While Misha is a rather special. A life born in the memory zone could never manifest in reality. So, why did he appear in the Reverie Hotel in reality? The answer is simple. He is the one fatal variable that contradicts all our known information. This means that you, who wholeheartedly believe in this memory, are still trapped in the dreamscape at this very moment. Wake up, sleepyhead. Break free from this eternal dream and return to the real world. We'll find our answers there.
The train is about to make the jump. 5, 4, 3, 2.
This way, darling.
Not another one. Thank you so much, Black Swan.
Finally, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
I understand you must be confused, and will do our best to shed light on the situation. However, before that, it's essential to know that this place is the rift between dream and reality. A place reserved only for those who have awakened from Enna's dream.
Do you remember Sunday's ambitious plan? He intended to harness the power of the Stellaron, the collective will of over 100,000 Oak family members, and the desires of everyone in Penacony to usurp the harmony and restore the order.
Unfortunately, it didn't stop there. From the early days of our journey into Asdana, we were already affected by the Stellaron. That strange dreamscape where we met. Maybe it was a sign that your thoughts were beginning to drift away. I don't think the goal of the Order was to put everyone into a deep sleep. Quite the contrary. They used the Stellaron to catalyze the leakage of Asdana's memoria into the material world, allowing the dreamscape to blend with reality. And that included a lot of memoria from the Beyond the Sky Choir. As time came and went, the dreams eventually became indistinguishable from reality. And reality became an illusion. People think they are awake, but their spirits have long since stepped into the Temple of Order.
This is what makes Enna's dream so powerful. In this paradise governed by the Order, everyone indulges in their delightful dreams and lives happily ever after. I believe what you experienced in the sweet dream, except for that flaw, was real. Only in this way could you reach the destination, lifting the crisis in Penacony and embarking on your next trailblazing expedition. If it wasn't for Acheron's plan, we might have been trapped in this dream forever.
Fortunately, while the path of the Order governs all things, it can't affect the Nihility. I came to realize this when the Dream Master tried to expel me at any cost.
This is also why you felt a sense of peculiarity when traveling with her. Well, I'm not as fortunate as she is. Even if I'm a memo keeper, I was still influenced by the power of the Order and fell into hallucinations. However, thanks to your memories, now we still have a chance to turn the tide.
For mortals, even if they possess the great power of a path, they can't create a flawless world like gods do. That's why there was a flaw in your dream. In other words, once you have realized the world is not real, you'll have a chance to break free from the dream.
The flaw in your dream lies within Misha, who could have never appeared in reality. When I turned the pages of your memories, I realized that I was in an illusion too.
Now Sunday has usurped the power of the Harmonious Choir through the Charmony Festival. Asdana has thus fallen into Enna's dream, transforming everyone equally into the notes of the Aeon. Failure doesn't mean weakness. Only the strong can gather the will to resist the order and try to break free. We still have a chance, though. To make it happen, please, Black Swan, guide us to those with a strong will.
All right, please come with me.
These people are...
They're the ones who accept Enna's dream and indulge in their happy illusions, too. Let's keep going. Stream 4.
Here we are.
Finally, you've arrived.
Let me introduce you to Robin. She woke up from Enna's dream by her own will, and it's this tough lady who led us here with her song.
I woke up for the same reason as all of you. In the dream, I experienced something that could never occur in reality.
Are we going to lock it up in a cage? I want to see it fly freely in the sky.
Without us, this bird would be too fragile to survive on its own. Do you want it to die?
No, but...
Then let's take care of it together until it can return to the sky.
Huh?
Birds have wings because they're meant to fly. Even if they may crash on the ground one day, they shouldn't be trapped in a cage. Birds belong to the sky, so we should help them return there, right?
The illusion was so impossibly blissful that I realized it was just a dream. And this is our final hope. Enna's dream is founded upon the Harmonious Choir, namely everyone's shared wishes. It will only materialize once the aspirations of all beings in Penacony merge as one. At present, it has become impervious due to people's desire to remain slumbering within the dream. And in order to destroy it, we must make everyone in Penacony want to wake up.
Now comes the tricky part. How do we do it? You want to go back? Unfortunately, human consciousness always gravitates toward reality. Now that you've seen the flaw in the dream, there is no turning back. Humans yearning for sweet illusions borders on obsession, leading them to subconsciously resist the harsh reality. Therefore, I carefully selected a moment where he was completely unguarded, guiding him to uncover the truth himself to make him regain his consciousness. However, to wake up everyone in Penacony and get them to share the same determination, that would be nearly impossible.
Indeed. I'm afraid it's almost as difficult as resurrecting an Aeon.
But we can't just stay here and do nothing.
This is a critical moment for the whole universe. Who cares about some dumb number?
Thanks to Black Swan.
You're welcome. And thanks to the memo keepers in Penacony, too. I believe your partners have also awakened from their dreams.
This is the first step of our plan. With the assistance from the Garden of Recollection, those who possess a strong will, like you, will gradually awaken from the dream. These free wills are the discord that will sway Anna's dream.
However, awakening a mere handful of individuals is insignificant compared to the vast number of people immersed in the dream. We must find other ways to awaken the free will of millions of people within a short period of time.
If breaking through from the inside proves challenging, we can seek assistance from the outside. We've long been aware of a potential solution. Asdana is a galaxy known for its abundant memoria and the remarkable phenomenon known as synesthesia dreamscape. When people first enter this place, they often find themselves and others sharing a collective dream. At this very moment, there is only one dream encompassing the entire Asdana system.
So, you mean, if we can attract a large number of outsiders to this system, their free will would intertwine with this dream and shake it to its core?
However, those outsiders might also succumb to the dream and become the foundation of the Order instead. The real challenge is, how can we gather a huge number of people as determined as you within a short period of time?
Looks like the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath will be the only solution.
No. No need for that. Keep your once-in-a-lifetime treasure. We don't need to bother the Cienjo Alliance for such a tiny request. You want thousands of people with unwavering free will? That's easy. Just leave it to us Galaxy Rangers.
You can gather Galaxy Rangers?
Outsiders may see Galaxy Rangers as elusive and disconnected individuals, and actually, they're right. And that's why we have a tacit understanding among us. Do you know what it is, Acheron?
It's the relic I returned to you.
Exactly. Its owner must have told you that it's meaningless to anyone other than a Galaxy Ranger, and that it can only fulfill its purpose when returned to its rightful owner. Because it's a burial artifact, worthy only of a hero who has served the Galaxy Rangers with honor. When its light illuminates the universe, it means the fall of a hero. And in the direction it falls, countless meteors will streak across the sky. Those meteors are Galaxy Rangers, coming from all corners of the cosmos, driven by a shared purpose, without questioning the cause or counting the cost, because we abide by a common principle. The shooting stars of the hunt only descend on the longest night, and with them comes the dawn. We've stayed silent for far too long. Now, it's time to remind all the cowards, oppressors, and villains of the universe of our presence. I'll be the one to ignite the first spark.
Once the dreamscape is swayed, I'll complete the second step. I'll fine-tune the slumbering souls with the Song of the Harmony, interrupting them with the discord of Trailblaze, and guiding them towards reality. It's true that some people are born strong, and others are born weak. If the Trailblaze is the target of heroes, then the Harmony will guarantee that the strong help the weak. Only the people of Penacony themselves can be the saviors of their homeland. Their path of happiness should be forged by themselves. While I may not be a nameless, I'm willing to instill courage in all those who need it. This includes my brother as well. Anna's dream is too cruel for him and everyone else.
Your plan sounds well conceived, but still, it appears somewhat idealistic and romantic. The flaws rooted in human nature can't be eradicated overnight. Do you believe these efforts alone are enough to convince everyone to choose the right path?
I agree with you, Black Swan. That's why the most critical aspect of this plan is not to convince everyone to choose the right path, but to inspire them to save themselves.
So, you're the key in the end, I assume?
The Harmonious Choir possesses the power of an emanator. To overcome it, you'll need the same level of power. The final step in destroying the sweet dream will be my responsibility.
That's a relief to hear.
Now that our roles are assigned, let's get to our battlefields and pose a grand finale.
May I have a moment alone with you? There's one more thing I need to explain to you. This grand festival is drawing to its close. This is the starting point for the ultimate stage of our journey, just as it marked the beginning of all the stories in Penacony. Indeed. She was the first to discover the world beyond the shores of death, and shared this truth with all of us. There's something you should know. We were able to locate you within this boundless dream, and find the key to breaking free from the dream. All because of one person's unwavering dedication. Firefly. She awakened from the dream ahead of others, discovered the Express amidst the stars, and brought us valuable information about the remnants of the Order. She may have been aided by the script, and it came at a cost. As you know, Firefly is a stowaway who entered the dreamscape in a different way from ours. Without the dream pool in the hotel or assistance from the family, she can only awaken from this dream in one way. A real death. We mustn't fail her determination. I'm not implying that we must win this fight no matter what, but our resolve should match that of that courageous lady. Are you ready? Very well. Now, please close your eyes.
How long has this rain been ongoing?
If I remember correctly, it has lasted for decades, or even centuries. The unwavering determination of the Hunt followers persists even in death. But thankfully, we've guided those lost souls to their lives beyond. They were heroes in their time. And they won't be reduced to puppets of the nihility in their death. You see, the shadows on the sea have vanished. Do you remember? He once said that the sky would clear when the regrets of the departed had faded away.
But it's still raining.
I know.
So, why is all this? Why did this rain choose me?
Because someone's regrets haven't been fulfilled, perhaps. Mortals who walk the paths are like sailors on a vast ocean, leaving behind a trail that creates countless ripples of possibilities. These ripples last longer than the fleeting lifetimes of humans. And for some, their presence leaves such a strong mark that it's reflected in the waves. Sin-thirsters, the obsessions of the Pathstriders. They emerge from the depths of Ix, seeing themselves as masters of their own destiny, unknowingly repeating the actions of their past lives. They emerge from the nihility and head toward it, leading purposeless lives. However, these hollow phantoms, they have journeyed with me for such a long time.
Oh. So this is how it is. I'm already dead.
Yes.
Are you watching over me?
This is my duty as Acheron the Watcher. I'm guarding the path to the abyss of the nihility, guiding every soul reluctant to become one with it. Back to this side.
But if this is what the departed ones expected, should you try to change it?
I don't know. But someone once told me that when the inevitable moment came, he hoped that someone would stand at his grave and place a bouquet of flowers.
Even if it doesn't make sense at all.
Some tasks have to be done, even if they are pointless. I have experienced that much already. Please extend your hand and then close your eyes. I'll carry your wish with me and fulfill it. Only then will I be able to put an end to the final regret by the Dead Sea.
Will I ever see them again?
Yes, that is certain. Because it was you who told me about the Express, your two former companions. The expedition cut short by the swarm, your narrow escape from death, and your encounter with the Galaxy Rangers. And Penacony, the hometown to which you could never return.
Yeah, for countless times I got rejected by the family and had to pass it by. But I knew that my companion was still there. failed? Are you still there?
Take my hand and come with me. We will leave this place. You'll embark on a long, long journey, shrouded in darkness. But fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. That's the color of existence. Follow it, and it'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight.
Thank you.
May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. Welcome to the horizon of existence. This place is one of the thousands of manifestations belonging to the sleeping and shapeless. And it's also an exit out of the nihility for the awake ones. Let's bid our final farewells here.
Always distinguish between reality and...
Life is akin to a winding labyrinth.
May your schemes be forever.
Anna's dream is too...
To the imperfect tomorrow.
I still remember the question on the invitation letter.
Why does life slumber? We don't know the answer yet, but we're about to awaken from this dream. Or perhaps such is the answer itself. Leave this place, return to where you belong, and awaken Penacony from this dream. As I said, our plan is not about convincing everyone to choose the right path, but about inspiring them to save themselves. So, when will people actively save themselves? The answer is when they are in desperate situations. Like a drowning individual in the deep sea. When one's body and mind bear immense pressure, agony, confusion, and despair will follow. I firmly believe that. The fragility of humankind often freezes them in their tracks. But in truly desperate situations, they will strive to save themselves. And now, Penacony has enough heroes to lead them forward. It's through this inherent, self-centered instinct that people exert their utmost effort, even when they know they're but as a nameless among those mortals. In this way, you will reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. The rain is intensifying. Before we part ways, please allow me to ask a few final questions. So far, you have forged unbreakable bonds with numerous individuals and entities in the sweet dream. Might I ask if you fear severing these bonds with your own hands? If there is a vast, lifelike dreamland that is virtually indistinguishable from reality, a realm without death, where everyone can attain the happiness and fulfillment they deserve, living blissfully ever after, I would ask, would you wish to stay? Imagine if this splendid dream were fated to fall apart. Friends, family, everyone. And I would ask, would you still embark on this journey? I'm glad. The answer itself doesn't matter. What matters is that you've made a decision. Listen, touch, and ponder. And therein lies the sensation. Cherish it, because that's what makes us exist. Such is the only answer humans can offer when facing the nihility. If the nihility represents the primal fear of life, rendering any lofty convictions insignificant under their imposing shadow, then behind this shadow, there must exist the most fervent source of light in the world. Just as every life that edges closer to death fervently approaches the end of the nihility, we must pursue that primordial light.
Think you exist in the nihility, and you watch over others to depart it. Such a task is absurd and meaningless.
Nevertheless, someone had to do it. As for the meaning you mentioned, even if it's a meaningless task, I've come this far, haven't I?
Even if the future you forge may not even belong to you.
It may not belong to me, but it definitely belongs to someone.
Hardships you must have experienced. In that case, allow me to do something meaningless too. Please, tell me your name. Perhaps my existence will vanish in the next moment, and nobody will remember this conversation or your answer. But I believe that your name should be remembered. And this universe will remember it as well.
For me, some things are difficult to recall. Yet there are such is memory. A creation of the past that blossoms into significance in the distant future. I remember that marks the start of my journey. The origin of the vibrant red hue in my life. And the most fervent element amidst every tempest. That's my name. Raiden Ozenmori. May. The Golden Dream is getting restless. In the coming long nights, I'm afraid you will face many setbacks and witness many tragedies. And in the end, you will only see in black and white. But please believe me, that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red. And when you make a choice, it will appear once more.